At 45, Martell Holt's mom, Miss Marlene, recently did something no one saw coming. She broke her silence and asked the public for prayers for her son. For years, Martell has been in the spotlight, often surrounded by scandal, and his mother has always stood by him, defending him when others criticized his actions. But now, she is asking for something different. She's asking for prayers, not just for Martell, but for the entire family. This moment is a major shift, and it has left many people wondering why. What pushed Miss Marlene to publicly ask for help in such an emotional way? Martell Holt's journey in the public eye has been nothing short of dramatic. From his rise as a star on Love and Marriage, Huntsville to the fall of his marriage with Melody Sherry, Martell's personal life has been a series of scandals, including accusations of infidelity, a public divorce, a custody battle for his children, and struggles with his finances. Through it all, Miss Marlene has been there, quietly supporting her son, even when the world turned against him. She has rarely spoken out about the chaos that has surrounded him, but in recent weeks, something changed. Now, instead of defending him, she is asking for prayers. Why this sudden change in tone? What could have happened that would make a mother, who was once so vocal in defending her son, step back and express such vulnerability? The answer lies in the turmoil that has unfolded behind the scenes. In the beginning, Martell and Melody were seen as the epitome of a perfect couple. Together, they built a real estate empire, portrayed a powerful image on television, and seemed to be living the dream. But beneath the surface, things were far from perfect. Rumors of infidelity began to surface, and eventually, Melody confirmed that Martell had been unfaithful not once, but many times during their marriage. What made matters worse was that the affair wasn't a short-lived fling. It was a long-term relationship that lasted for years, during which Martell even fathered a child outside of his marriage. The public fallout was swift and intense. Fans who had once admired Martell now criticized him, and his once pristine reputation was tarnished beyond repair. Throughout it all, Miss Marlene stood by her son. She appeared on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, defending him, dismissing the critics, and blaming others, especially Melody, for the chaos in Martell's life. Her loyalty to him never wavered, even when many people believed she should have held him accountable for his actions. While her defense of Martell made her a supportive mother, it also made her seem blind to the damage he had caused. However, recently, something has shifted. Miss Marlene no longer speaks in the same confident, defensive tone. Her recent public plea for prayers was soft, emotional, and full of concern. This was not the Miss Marlene fans had come to know. In a live stream, when asked how Martell was doing, she paused and said, "I just ask everyone to keep him in prayer. We all go through things, and sometimes it's more than people can handle on their own." That one statement made it clear, Miss Marlene was no longer defending her son or making excuses for him. She was worried, and her words signaled a deep concern for Martell's well-being. The question is, why now? What could have happened that would lead a mother to ask for prayers, especially after years of standing by her son no matter the circumstances? To answer that, we need to look at the state of Martell's life today. In recent months, things have taken a turn for the worse for Martell. His once thriving real estate business has reportedly hit a rough patch, with sources saying that things have slowed down significantly. On top of that, rumors of unpaid debts and pending lawsuits have been circulating, casting a shadow over his finances. For someone who once boasted about luxury properties and designer suits, this fall from grace has been hard to watch. And then there's the ongoing custody battle with Melody. Their fight over their children has taken an emotional toll on everyone involved. Martell has been trying to gain full custody of his children, but it's been a difficult battle, with accusations flying in both directions. The public scrutiny has only made things worse, with fans, critics, and bloggers dissecting every move he makes. On top of that, sources close to the family have said that Martell has been struggling emotionally. He's reportedly withdrawn, his behavior has been erratic, and he's feeling overwhelmed by the pressure of everything going on in his life. This is where Miss Marlene's shift becomes clearer. For years, she stood by her son, defending him no matter what. But now, it seems she sees something that others have been warning about for years. Her son is not okay. Sources close to the family claim that Martell has become increasingly unpredictable, even on set during Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Insiders say he's often late, agitated, and sensitive to criticism. The pressures of maintaining an image and the weight of his past mistakes are taking a toll on him, and it's starting to show. Martell, who once seemed so confident and self-assured, now appears emotionally and mentally drained. He's facing a crossroads, and it's unclear which direction he will take. Miss Marlene has likely seen this transformation, and her plea for prayers could be a sign that she's recognizing the extent of her son's emotional and mental struggles. What's even more concerning is that there are reports that Martell has been struggling with his identity. For years, he was defined by his marriage to Melody, their real estate business, and his role as a rising star on reality TV. Now, he's a divorced father of 5, embroiled in legal disputes, and his reputation is in tatters. The question he's likely grappling with is one that many people in his position might struggle with: who is Martell Holt without the fame, the marriage, and the money? This struggle is not something Miss Marlene could have ignored. As a mother, she's always defended her son in the past, but now it seems like she's beginning to see the true toll all of this has taken on him. She is no longer defending his actions, but rather, she's asking for help for him. And that's a big shift. Miss Marlene has always been the one to protect Martell, but now she's acknowledging that her son might need more than just her love and support. He needs outside help. This brings us to the crux of the situation: what will Martell do now? Will he continue down this destructive path, spiraling into deeper emotional turmoil, or will he finally reach out for help? Martell still has a chance for redemption, but it will require him to make some difficult choices. He will need to find humility, seek accountability, and confront the pain he's been carrying for years. For Martell, the road ahead is uncertain. If he chooses to continue down the path of denial and pride, he may lose everything: his reputation, his family, and his mental health. But if he chooses to humble himself, seek help, and make amends, there is still hope for him. Miss Marlene's plea for prayers could be the first step in that direction, a sign that she's realizing that love alone isn't enough to heal the wounds Martell has inflicted on himself and others. The real question now is whether Martell will listen. Will he finally face his issues head-on, or will he continue pretending that everything is fine? It's a difficult choice, but it's one that he has to make. And whatever path he chooses, it's clear that his family, especially his mother, is hoping for the best. So, as we reflect on Martell Holt's journey and the impact his actions have had on those around him, one thing is clear: this is not just about fame or scandal. This is about a man who is struggling, a mother who is deeply concerned, and children who are watching it all unfold. In the end, the hope is that Martell will find his way, and that he will take the necessary steps to heal, not just for himself, but for his family too. This story isn't just about a man who has fallen from grace, it's about the real-life struggles behind the public persona. And in that sense, we all have a role to play. Whether you believe in prayer or not, it's a way to show support, to say, "I see you, and I hope you find your way." Let's take a moment to reflect on this and remember that everyone deserves a chance at redemption if they're willing to change. So, if you're still with me, I ask you to take a second and offer a prayer, not just for Martell but for anyone who is silently suffering, too proud to ask for help. If you believe in redemption and the power of change, then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. What advice would you give to Martell Holt right now if he was watching this video?